So about 10 years ago, when I was trapped in my parents' basement, I stumbled upon something that changed my life. It was Tony Robbins' goal-setting workshop that he had buried 2 weeks in deep of a 30-day class that he had called Personal Power 2. Now, being a skateboarder who was a D student, I had never really set any goals. In fact, I had never sat down and thought about what my dreams were or what I wanted to accomplish. And after an hour of just hitting play and listening to Tony prompt you and go through his special process, he walked through a process for me that changed my life. It began to create just the ideas that I wanted to move forwards to. It began to create the first vision I had for my life, and it was incredible. And then something even better happened a few months later. I stumbled upon Mind Valley, and they taught this tool called the 3 most important questions. And they were talking about how certain goals leave you unfulfilled when you get them, and other goals are like just food for your soul, things that your soul is longing for and craving for. And by asking there's 3 important questions, I began to find new life and new meaning and new power in the goals that I begin to create. So 10 years later, right, I wanted to redo this workshop by Tony Robbins, and I found out it wasn't anywhere online. I couldn't find it anywhere online. I couldn't find my old programs, and I was like, fuck it. Let's bring this thing back. So today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna combine best of both worlds. We're gonna use Tony Robbins' goal-setting workshop along with this incredible NLP techniques inside of here to help you really get your subconscious aligned with your goals. And we're gonna combine it with Mind Valley's 3 most important questions so that by the end of this video, you are gonna have 9 of the most important life-changing things that you could accomplish by the end of the year. And you are gonna feel alive and driven and excited to wake up every single day to move towards your goals. Now, this video is designed to be listened all the way through. So what I want you to do is get a piece of pen and paper out. I want you to turn off your phone. I want you to either put headphones on and pay attention. These aren't just words we're writing down here. This is your future that we're creating. This is your life that we're creating. We're gonna use full focus, maximum effort, and maximum energy in order for you to uncover these dreams. And we're gonna dig deep into the whys, and we're gonna dig deep into the most important goals that you have, and we're gonna get so clear on the life that you're beginning to create. But Peter, you're so driven, you're such a hustler, you like moving so fast. I'm not, I'm lazy. Listen, there's no such thing as lazy people, only people with lazy goals. One of the reasons why I'm so driven is because I'm so clear on what lights me up, on what makes me excited, on the pain that'll happen if I don't make this happen, and the pleasure I'll get of making this all happen. And that's what we're doing here today, right now. We're going from dream to goal to reality, and we're getting clear on everything. This is your future that we're creating. It's so important. And there's something a little bit magical about this process too. One of my first big goals, I saw this picture right here. It was a picture of this blue Lamborghini and a black Porsche. And I fell in love with this picture. This identified the life that I want to create. So I had it on my background on my phone. Well, when I met my mentors and I flew over to their house and I walked into the front of their house, this is what it looked like. This was the before picture. This was my mentor's house when I arrived. I just manifested myself into the vision. This vision that I saw came into reality. And then of course, that was the life I created. Another time happened to me. I wanted to live in the Caribbean and make money on a laptop. So I bought these pictures right here of this fake windows where it made me feel like I was currently living at the beach, living on an island. Just outside my window was the Caribbean. Lo and behold, a few months later, my business partner that I meet ends up telling me, hey Peter, I met a girl and we got married. She lives in St. Bart's in the Caribbean. We're gonna move back there. Her parents manage massive villas on the island. We're gonna go move into one. Do you wanna join us? Oh my God, fuck yeah, I wanna do. Look at that. From the picture of the windows to living in the actual Caribbean. There's something about getting clear on your goals and getting clear on why you have them and not being limited by not knowing how you're gonna get there that can create some serious magic in your life. You don't have to know how you're gonna do it. All you have to know is you're gonna do it. Be open to this process. Go as hard as you've gone with anything you've ever done. I want you to write endlessly, all the way through, as fast as you can. Don't let your pen stop writing because magic is about to be uncovered. So the 3 questions we're gonna view are, What do I want to experience out of life? These are your things. These are your events. These are your relationships. The experiences. What are all the experiences that I want to have in life? The second question is, how do I want to grow? How do you want to level up? What skills do you want to learn? How do you want to develop your body? And the third question is, how do I want to contribute to this world? How do you want to contribute to your family, to your neighbors, to your community, to whoever, right? How do you want to contribute? What do you want your legacy to be? Those three questions will help unearth your soul's desire and unearth its secret wishes that has been hidden for so long. But before we start, I want you to put yourself in a state of mind like you can do anything. You can achieve absolutely anything. I want you to just feel like a kid for a second. You know, when a kid walks into a store, they're like, I want this, I want that, I want to get a boat, I want you to have a boat, I want to have everything. The kids have no limits. Listen, if you're gonna think big. If you're gonna go, let's go all the way. Go all the way. We can get practical later. Just don't worry about it. Just write as fast as you can and act like if you had unlimited amount of money, what would your answers be? If you had an unlimited amount of money and you had the ability to choose absolutely anything, what would it be? And some of these are gonna be pretty materialistic, but you know what? Living in a cool house might be materialistic, but it's also an experience. Driving a Lambo is a material thing, but driving it is also an experience. These are experiences that you want to experience. And our motto here, no dreams left behind. If there's anything you want to do, if there's any silly toy, any silly Gucci thing or whatever, we make those dreams happen. We don't let somebody else tell us not to make them come true. We make it all happen. So don't be limited by any of these things. Even materialism, which is the best that humans have ever created, right? They're all experiences to have. The car's an experience, the houses are the experiences, the vacations are the experiences. It's all the same thing. Bungee jumping is an experience. It's an experiencing of living life with the dream you've always wanted to have. And that's the experience we're gonna make come true. So grab your pen and paper, and when I say go, we're gonna start writing for 6 minutes in a row. And I'm gonna be prompting you with idea after idea. All right, I want 6 minutes. You ready? Starting in 3, 2, 1. First question. What do you want to experience? Start writing as fast as you can. Keep writing. Who do you want to become? Do you want to be a badass motherfucking hardcore stone cold gangster like David Goggins? Do you want to be a world-class speaker standing on the stages like Oprah, crushing the biggest stages on the planet? Do you want to be a monster, 240 to 280 pounds, the baddest man in any room you walk into? Do you want to be on the bleeding edge of new technological problems like Steve Jobs? Do you want to be called one of the best in the world in your industry? Do you want to be known for greatness? Do you want to be a world-class actor who stands on stage and runs multi-million-dollar deals? What kind of person do you want to experience life as? A world-class father? A world-class leader? Breaking ground on new tricks, doing what's hard until it's not hard anymore, like Shaun White? Do you want to win Olympic medals? Do you want to break a world record? Do you want to be a world-class designer, a world-class creative, or an artist? Do you want things to move fast and things to move quickly in your life? What kind of financial goals do you want to experience? How much money do you want to experience making per month? What do you want your net worth to be? How much do you want to make per year? What kind of investment goals do you have? Real estate goals? Do you want to experience life as a multimillionaire? Do you want to experience life as a decimillionaire? Do you want to experience life selling a company for $100 million? Do you want to fly around in jets? Do you want to own a yacht? Do you want to have $5 million in your bank account? All experiences. Where do you want to build a home? Where do you want to call your dream home? What's your dream car? Do you want to live in a beautiful mansion that overlooks the beautiful sunsets every single day? Do you want to live in the Caribbean watching planes fly down every single day in front of you? Do you want to go to the Maldives and walk across blue ocean waters? Do you want to sit by a lake in Colorado looking at the towering mountains in front of you? Do you want to experience life as a billionaire? Do you want a helicopter? Do you want to try visiting Dubai, St. Bart's, Costa Rica, Paris, Rome, Barbados, Athens, Greece, Sydney, New Zealand, Vail, the Hamptons, Malibu, Hollywood Hills, Laguna Beach, Montana, San Diego, Telluride, Cape Town, Switzerland, Thailand, Ibiza, Spain, Mykonos, Whistler, Jamaica, Austria? What do you want to experience in your relationships? Do you want to find that person who's perfect for you? That person who's been looking for you too? Intelligent, fun, adventurous, exploding with incredible potential and doing the most amazing things. Someone who lights you up every single day. Do you want someone who radiates positivity around you? Someone who loves you so deeply? What kind of family do you want to create? What kind of people do you want to be surrounded with? What kind of things do you want to experience? Do you want to walk the Great Wall of China? You want to see the Sphinx in Egypt? You want to float down a boat in Thailand? Do you want a butler? Do you want a maid? Do you want someone to cook for you and your family? A gardener? Do you want your own airplane? Who would you like to meet personally? Time. All right, dope. Now you have a list of the most important things that you want to experience in your life. Some of them are more important than others. So now what I want you to do is I want you to decide what time are you committed to achieving these goals by, whether it's in 1 year, in 3 years, in 5 years, 10 years, or 20 years. What I want you to do now is go down each single one of the goals that you wrote down and put what time are you committed to achieving this goal by, whether it's 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, or 20 years. And remember, don't get stuck up on how it's going to happen. Just focus on the things that you want to create. Just find out what's most important to you and put a timeline on it. I'll give you about 1 minute and 30 seconds to do that right now. All right, perfect. Now I want you to look at everything, and I want you to select 3 of the most exciting 1-year goals that if you achieved would just light you up like no other. I want you to select only 3 of the most important, most exciting 1-year goals that you just wrote down. And I want you to write a detailed paragraph on why you're absolutely committed to making this happen within 1 year. Remember, reasons come first and answers come second. So right now, what I want you to do is select your top 3 most important 1-year goals, and I'm gonna give you 2 minutes on each goal to write down why you're absolutely committed to achieving this goal within the next 1 year. Let's start the clock right now. All right, perfect. Now we're gonna move on to the second question. How do you want to grow? Remember, I want you to imagine like you're just a little kid again with endless possibilities. If you could grow into anything and achieve anything you could ever imagine, what would it be? Now we're gonna dive into the question, how do you want to grow? So grab your pen, let's get to work. You can begin now. How do you want to grow? Remember, write as rapidly and as quickly as possible. Everything down as fast as you can. Get it all out of your head. No limits. Anything is possible. What skills do you want to master? What languages do you want to learn? What do you want to learn? What kind of skills would you like to obtain? What kind of body do you want to create? How do you want your life story to evolve from here? Do you want to be an amazing copywriter? A masterful storyteller? How many books would you like to read a year? What kind of books are you most inspired to read? Would you like to learn to act or speak in public? Would writing a book be important to you? What kind of doors are opening in your life? What kind of opportunities would you like to see fall into your lap? What kind of downloads are you getting every day from a higher power? How is your career taking off? Do you want to be a better musician? Do you want to be even more hilarious? What kind of extraordinary life do you want to grow into? What are the traits that you admire the most in others that you begin to acquire for yourself? All right, now you got the list. You're just looking at this list and you're imagining, wow, wouldn't that be incredible to have happen? Now let's get into the timeline. I want you to do the same thing we did in the last exercise. Go through all of your ways you want to grow and write down 1, 3, 5, 10, or 20 based on how many years are you until you're absolutely committed to achieving this goal. Start doing it now. Again, go through this list. Pick the 3 that are the most important to you, that would just really drive you the most, that would make you feel so excited and passionate and fueled to go live life. So again, pick your top 3 most important ways that you want to grow, and I want you to write down a paragraph on why you're absolutely committed to achieving this goal within the next year. Reasons come first, answers come second. You don't have to know how you're going to do it. All you have to know is you're going to do it. Start right now. All right, so now we have a list of the top 3 experiences you're absolutely committed to having within the next 1 year of your life, and a list of the top 3 ways that you're committed to growing in your life. Now let's work on the question, how do I want to contribute to the world? What do I want to give back? Start writing now. Again, just let your brain flow. You got 2 minutes here. What kind of joy and happiness do you want to give to the world? Do you want an extraordinary attitude that lights everyone up the second they talk to you? How do you want to give to your family? Do you want to give your family $100,000? What do you want to give to your kids? How do you want to give to your parents? Is there a charity you want to give money to? Is there an organization you want to volunteer for? What will be your legacy? What do you want to leave behind? How could you contribute to your family, friends, society, or even the entire planet? Which problems would you like to be known for solving on this planet? What are a list of 20 problems you would love to see solved in this world? Now again, on all the ways that you want to contribute to the world, write down 1, 3, 5, 10, or 20, the amount of years that you're committed to achieving each goal by. Start it now. Look at all of them and select the 3 that would get you so excited and so fueled to go live life. I want you to go ahead and write a paragraph for each one on why you're absolutely committed to achieving this goal within the first year. All right, so let's look at what we created. On your paper, you have a list of 3 of the top things you want to experience out of life and reasons why you're committed to achieving them. You have 3 of the top ways that you want to grow in this life and reasons why you're committed to achieving them. And you have a list of the top 3 ways you want to contribute to the world and the reasons why you want to achieve them. 9 goals with reasons committed to achieving it in a year. Let me ask you a question. How would it feel if by this time next year you dominated every single one of these goals? If you developed each one of those aspects in your life, if you crushed your financial goals, if you crushed the ways you wanted to grow, if you crushed the ways that you wanted to contribute to the world, how would you feel about life? How would you feel about living? How would you feel about your confidence to achieve goals in the first place? How would you feel about your ability to set and achieve goals? Now, there's 2 critical things I want you to do right now. First, the first most important thing is making sure you put these in a place where you see them every single day. The biggest mistake people can make is falling off the wagon, getting caught up with drama, and forgetting about their dreams and their visions. So I like to create a vision board. I like to go on Canva, go on Pinterest, and find a picture that represents each one of the visions that I have and put them on a board where I begin to see it every single day. And the second thing is never set a goal without taking action right now to do just the smallest little thing to make it come true. One of my most hated quotes is, "Men who move mountains begin by moving small stones." I don't care how big of the goal that you have is. Everybody starts by moving the smallest little rock. And the second that you set a goal, you must do something right now to move a little thing, move a rock, move it, get the momentum. Momentum is the most powerful thing. Even Michael Phelps, the all-time greatest swimmer in the world, said that even one missed day in practice would cost him 2 days of practicing to get back into the flow. So he didn't take any days off, and I don't want you to miss any of the momentum that you have. Whatever you wrote down right now, think of what's one action you can take right now that can begin to move you towards that goal. The last thing I want to share with you is Tony Robbins' rocking chair test. This is about knowing what'll happen to you if you never achieve these goals. Imagine a day when you're 80, 90 years old and all your energy's gone. All your body's broken down and you don't really have much left. And all you can do is sit in a rocking chair out on your porch and think about the life that you created and the life that you lived. I want you to imagine one of your goals was becoming a millionaire and you never made it happen. And you're sitting in that rocking chair thinking about this dream you had of becoming a millionaire and it never actually happening. How would you feel if you had to spend the rest of your life knowing that a dream was never going to happen and you had the shot and you lost it? Versus how would you feel if sitting in the rocking chair you were a millionaire and you became a millionaire and you got to see your whole life live out as a millionaire? How proud would you be of yourself? How proud would your family be of you? If you're just sitting in that rocking chair with this brightened state and this smile thinking like, man, what a life we lived. We built the most incredible life imaginable. No dreams were left behind in this creation. I want you to decide right now how you're gonna feel when you're in that rocking chair. You can't avoid it. We're all gonna age one day. How do you want to feel when that time comes? Do the rocking chair test right now. Imagine you're sitting there and imagine each one of your 9 goals became a reality. How brightened you would be, how incredible you would feel. Imagine that you're there in the rocking chair and imagine that you achieved all 9 goals that you wrote down. How would you feel about your life? How much more joy and more juice would you have inside of you? Looking back on this day when you took the goal setting workshop, thinking about how big of an impact that had on your entire life, the magic that you created because you spent one day getting clear on the life you've always wanted to live. Enjoy the rocking chair test because today is the beginning of a whole new life. My name is Peter Kell. Thank you so much for joining us in the goal setting workshop where no dreams are left behind. Go do that rocking chair test and begin to move those small little stones. Peace out.